What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and this is an unboxing review of the Nerf rival Hypnos. Alright, you guys, so the Hypnos is a really cool looking tactical shotgun blaster that is something the rival line has been missing, and I'm pretty stoked about this one, so can't wait to get this thing out of the box. Let's go over the box real quick, though. This is saying we're going to get 100 FPS out of this blaster, but we'll definitely put it over the chronograph to find out. Accuracy, as always, from the rival line. Really cool look. Really like that we've gone back to Team Red and Team Blue. I go Team Red just because I don't really care for the color of the blue in the rival line. I love blue, but that hue of blue is just not my thing. So this is also coming with 24 rounds, similar to the Atlas, which was the previous shotgun in the rival line, and I believe 2 magazines as well. So we'll go ahead and check out the back of the box here. Yes, it looks like we'll get 2 magazines, which is pretty sweet, and Team Red and Team Blue. Pump action. Let's crack this thing open, guys. Alright, well, these rival blasters have to stop being so large or they're not going to fit in my overhead display, but let's crack this thing open. Alright, you guys, so along with the blaster, you get your 2 magazines, magazine holder, a rival rail that will attach to the side, 24 high impact rounds, and some instructions. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and throw on our rail. We just snap that guy right in there. I'm not sure if it matters which way it goes, but I'm sure it probably won't work if it does. Yep, there you go. Snaps right in, pretty sweet. So I went ahead and loaded up our magazine and threw it in the blaster, and it looks pretty cool. Loads just the same way as the Atlas. If you're not familiar with the Atlas, this is an Atlas, so size comparison, very, very similar, without a stock, obviously. So pretty neat there. Now this does load similar to the Atlas, but hopefully they've taken care of that jamming issue the Atlas seems to have, and the magazine release is right here, and when you push that down, it pops it right out. And that is slick. That is really, really cool. And yes, the best feature of this blaster is, that's pretty sweet. And it actually has a little locking area right here, so it's locked in, but you can just flip it with your finger and it comes right back out. That's really cool. It has really nice weighting, so it flips open really easy and flips back shut. So that's pretty cool. Stock is really nice and comfortable. I like it a lot, actually. We will definitely test all that out more when we get outside and fire this thing, but pretty cool. We obviously have our rival rail on the side here and one at the front on top, so we could put our pinpoint sight up there if we so choose, so why not? We'll do that. I'm not sure how practical it would be on this blaster, especially that far forward. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, and it's a shotgun, so you don't probably really need a red dot sight, but if you want to, you can. Grip is smaller than the Atlas, but still very comfortable, pretty simple. We'll see if it's a little slick or not when we get outside and really test this thing out, but so far I feel like it feels pretty good. You do have a safety lock, which I prefer a lot over the Atlas, which had that one that just kind of goes back and forth. This has a little switch, and that's pretty nice. So that's unlocked, and then down is locked. So this is the button you push to release your stock. If you were curious how you do that, you just flip it right open, and then there is no button to close it. You can just push it shut, and that'll lock it in. You do have some sort of thing up here. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but some sort of sighting mechanism, I guess. Your grip is obviously very comfortable, as most of the rival line is. It is not really too fat at all. It's very, very nice. Really nice grip. And then you have a sling attachment point at the bottom of your grip there. So let's go ahead and fire this thing off. Why not? See how it fires. That hits hard, guys. I'm telling you. So performance is going to be better than the Atlas, I can already tell, but it only shoots one ball. So let me know in the description box below if you think this thing is truly a shotgun, since it only fires one round. Now, I believe we can make it fire multiple rounds, so keep that in mind. We will actually, let's try it right now. Why not? Let's see if it does. So you're going to have to push the depriming button, which is right here, and then prime it again. And now, well, in theory we could have fired 2 balls, but it only fired once. Try again. Well, maybe we can't fire 2 balls. So while we're here, I'll go ahead and show you the jam door, which is right here, and that's how that works. So this mechanism moves up. A little different, actually, than the Atlas, which is more like an elevator. This has a thing that just slides up like that, which is kind of neat. And then when you prime it forward, it goes down into fire mode. So pretty cool there. That thing is very loud, similar to the Atlas. With that, almost feels like there's no air restrictor, but pretty darn cool. Let's go ahead and take this thing outside, put over the chronograph of the range, and see what kind of performance we're getting. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and put some shots over the chronograph and on the range with the Hypnos. Went ahead and threw on the magazine here with the magazine attachments. Not a big fan of this. There's a lot of flop, and then look, a rival round already popped out. So yeah, I don't really like this, but it's kind of just an added thing, so I guess it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off, and these like to fall off when you pull out your magazine sometimes too. So let's go ahead and take some shots over the chronograph, see what we're getting. 109. Wow. 104. 99. 107. 105. Really nice performance here. 108. 108. 97. 107. 107. 105. Do I have one more? Well, that one flew. 101. So let's go ahead and check out those ranges. Some of these did hit the ground and roll a little bit. This one kind of just dove down straight into the ground. Shortest at 43 there. We have a few here. These did probably roll a little bit, so keep that in mind. 53, 55, 58 feet respectively. And then we have a few here between 62 and 64, but a lot of them landed right around the end of my tape measure, so around that 68 to 70 foot range. I guess there's one here just a little past 72, but keep in mind a lot of times they hit and roll a little bit. Looks like this might be our furthest one here, with that one there about 72, 73 feet. So really nice performance. Let's go back inside. I'll give you my final thoughts and tell you where you can pick up this blaster. All right, you guys, that's pretty darn awesome performance out of the Hypnos. We are definitely above that 100 FPS guaranteed performance, which is really nice to see. Ranges were nice, although some of them did like to kind of dive down a little short. The hop-up mechanism inside there is a lot less, I feel like, than most of the rival line, so maybe that had something to do with it. Not sure, but all in all, very happy with the performance out of this blaster. I think it looks and feels awesome. Very, very nice. The stock is sweet. I love that you can just shut it like that and then flip it back open. Like, that's just awesome. So, very, very comfortable. The length is perfect in my opinion, and, you know, contours very nicely into the shoulder. So, that's very, very nice. The pump grip, very, very comfortable. Really like that. And in my opinion, this is just a huge improvement over the Atlas. I know you're only getting one shot, but I don't think that's a disadvantage with the rival line. I mean, I think 2 shots behind each other just really doesn't give you much and makes you lose a lot of range. So the 1 shot I think is actually an advantage because it'll give you more shots, obviously 12 as opposed to 6. So I think that's a plus. And then the magazine release is just a great, great improvement that just pops out there, and very, very easy to load and reload. The balls aren't flying out, so when you pop that open, you're not losing rounds. When you load it in, the balls aren't flying out before they are supposed to, so that's good. I guess the only disadvantage is that this is kind of a right-hand dominant mag release. So I will go ahead and put the blaster in my left hand. Honestly, I think you're just going to have to move your thumb over if you're left-handed, but I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's not ideal. It would be nice to have it on both sides, like the trigger lock, which no one really uses, and they put that on both sides, but not the magazine release, which is kind of weird. But, you know, just flip your thumb over and you can get to that if you're left-handed. I think it's doable. So one thing I did want to point out is that this is compatible with both the 7 and 12 round magazines, which is another advantage over the Atlas. 7 rounder just slides right in there because the locking mechanism for the magazine is actually up front here and not in the back like the Atlas. So that's pretty darn cool. I know a lot of people think that this is going to be reshelled into the tactical shotgun from Fortnite, which I think would be awesome. It would definitely be something you could modify to make look like that very, very easily. But I'm not sure if Nerf is going to do this blaster or not for that blaster, because the Scar is obviously a dart firing blaster and this is obviously a rifle blaster. And they don't usually go back and forth between lines like that for a, you know, a branded line like Fortnite, or, you know, Overwatch is all rival. You know, Star Wars is all darts, besides the new, obviously, Star Wars blaster I just reviewed, which is a little different than the Glow Strike Star Wars line. But nevertheless, it would be cool to see this as a Fortnite blaster. Hopefully that's the case, and they do kind of jump between the lines. I think that'd be cool. And honestly, Nerf, it'd be really cool if you came out with some blasters that shot rival and elite darts. I think that would be really, really cool. Definitely think about that. That could be a whole new line. Nevertheless, pretty cool blaster. You can pick this up on Amazon right now, and I'm sure they will be also for sale at major retailers soon enough. But I have a link in the description to where you can pick either the red team or blue team blaster of the Hypnos up in the description box below. If you use those links, it does help out the channel, so I'd greatly appreciate it. Definitely don't forget to smash that like button, guys. That also helps me out a ton and really helps promote my videos. YouTube doesn't really like to promote videos, especially when you're not the first person to get a review out, so leaving a like would greatly help me out. If you want to support the channel further, definitely think about supporting me on Patreon. That link will be above and always in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, peace out.